In the beginning, 56 determined amateur cooks set their sights on the Masterchef title. Now, only the 3 most talented remain.
I now have one chance to beat these other 2 guys who are sensational. Definitely ready for one last push.
I am heart on the sleeve there to cook the very, very best that I've cooked throughout the whole competition. I'm just going to get stuck in and really, really go for it.
I know it will be very tough, but I'm ready for it. If I have a chance to grab that trophy, it would be the best moment in my life.
Tonight, either David, Kenny, or Nauman will be crowned MasterChef Champion 2018.
This has been a fantastic year. I have loved every single minute of this competition. We really have uncovered some amazing talent. We have had people from all walks of life. Fitness instructors, doctors, teachers, pharmacists, photographers, an estate agent and a postman. We've even had a church organist. We've had the lot. There's been some extraordinary food along the way from over 14 different countries. That biryani is an absolute triumph.
When I set this challenge, this was what I was hoping for.
Really fascinating and delicious.
Thank you.
But we've definitely had some odd dishes as well. And there are some things that look quite shocking, like pink rice and pink eggs. It is not good at all.
Quite a bit of skill to get all these things done. But what is it?
Pan it.
Oh! This year has seen drama.
I just dropped half of the aubergine.
Oh my God, they're breaking.
Yeah, I'm scared. That was the worst thing I've done in my whole life.
We've seen humour. What's it called?
Muhammara?
Da-ba-ba-da-da.
Muhammara.
Da-ba-da-da. And even the odd sing-song. Land of my fathers, Ahidanos. What a competition we have had. 7 weeks of incredible cooks. We started with 56, and we are down to our final 3. 3 absolutely extraordinary finalists. It's going to be electric.
I was born in Songkhla, which is in the south of Thailand. I have 2 brothers, but my mom always told me I have 4 boys, including your dad. We don't have any girls in the family, so my mom, my grandma taught me to cook. But because my brother, they didn't like to cook, all the skills, all the knowledge, all the power just transfer to me directly. When I was very young, my grandma, she was suffering from diabetes. So I did my medical degree in Thailand. I made my grandma and my mom proud. I'm a doctor. So I moved to the UK to study 3 years ago. I'm doing a PhD in clinical medicine, researching tuberculosis, vaccinations, and around 10 million people die with TB every year. So basically, I'm trying to invent a new TB vaccine.
Nauman is a great scientist. He's really hardworking and very, very, very intelligent. Yeah, I'm very proud of his achievements in the lab and also with cooking now.
Nauman is possibly the greatest housemate anyone could ever ask for.
The food's coming, sir.
Oh, wow. This looks delicious. Especially being a student. He cooks for us all the time. He's always so pleasant. And he always does the bins. This is how you eat pad thai.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Hi, Mom.
สวัสดีทำอะไรอยู่พ่อ
How are you?
Miss you.
I miss you too, Mom. I have been living apart from my family almost 10 years. It's so funny you wearing the same shirt, all white.
Yeah. For you.
Seems like we are the same team. They mean a lot to me. I would say they mean everything.
What?
Yes, Dad.
You are a good boy, and you're very proud of you.
I do miss them, but I know they're always here with me.
You are the future of our family, and we are so proud of you. You can do it. You love to cook. You cook with your heart.
Oh, thank you. I can feel that support. I can feel that love, which is very important for me because I use that as extra energy to push me forward.
Now I'm in, for me, is not just an amazing cook, he's a culinary showman. Everything he does involves the beautiful flavours of Southeast Asia.
Nice.
That is fantastic.
The mousse, that's a new thing on me. Come here today, I can learn from you, no problem.
Think about the first plate of food that Nauman ever cooked for us.
I like that, Doctor. I think that's lovely.
Thank you. John and Greg absolutely love the dish. So that brought me the confidence. Actually, I can do this.
We've seen a pad thai, we've seen a curry, the food that people know from Thailand, but then there's the invention. What the hecky-decky is that? Wow, look at that. This is quite incredible, Nauman.
Well, I can honestly say this doesn't look like anything I've ever been served before.
And you don't know what you're going to get from him, but you know you're going to get something theatrical. White chocolate with pork and ferocious spicy peanut sauce is delicious.
That looks incredible.
Who, apart from Naomi, would make a swan out of coconut and sit it on a lake of blue custard? Da, 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 da. It's out of your imagination, and it's a wild imagination you have.
Hey, I need to answer. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Come on.
I have been working very hard, but I didn't expect it's going to be this tough.
I hate eggs.
The worst pad thai that I have made in my life is in Masterchef kitchen.
The noodles, I thought they were a little bit dry.
It's tough but enjoyable.
Looks very nice, Nauman.
The smell is just so good.
Okay, speak around this time.
When we went to Peru, one of the greatest experiences in my life.
Look at that pumpkin. Actually, it's bigger than me.
When I cooked alongside Vahilio,
Technique looks beautiful.
I just felt like this is my place.
That looks fantastic, Nauman. I don't mind telling you.
Sauce!
We need the recipe of the sauce from this guy.
Crikey.
I'm actually quite emotional about that. It's very impressive.
The guy is extraordinary. Talented to the nth degree.
It's absolutely bonkers to make it this far. Being a final three, I think this is the best feeling ever. It's the best moment in my life.
I was born in Newcastle. Food wasn't a massive part of my life growing up. I was too busy playing football, and it ended up being chips and chicken Kievs. Probably the day food really changed my life, probably when I was 17, when I went on a French exchange. This perfectly rare steak turned up in front of me, and it was just absolutely sensational. That was definitely a life-changing moment. Probably since the age of 2, I've always wanted to be a pilot. It's just one thing that amazed me from an early age. I've been lucky enough to have been doing it for long enough now, and I still love doing it. I have worked as an accountant before, so I do know what it's like to do a 9-to-5 job. It just wasn't me. And I always remember if I have a bad day at the office flying. it's still a better day than being an accountant all day long.
David and I met 10 years ago. One stormy night, I was coming home carrying bags full of shopping, and my luck, there was a hole in one of my bags. All my shopping dropped on the floor. David happened to be coming home at the same time. He was in his pilot's uniform, and he very gallantly helped me pick up all my shopping, and yeah, the rest is history after that.
Zara really is the best thing that's ever happened to me in life. You just need that one person in your life that shares everything with you, that they're your best friend. You know, she's broadened my horizons and I've broadened hers, and that's exactly what your partner and your wife and your best friend should do.
Being in the final of Masterchef is just immense. I'm really proud of David.
I don't want to let anybody down, so I'm just going to work as hard as I can to do as well as I can.
David is just full of technical ability and know-how. He understands the classics.
That dish has actually taken me back a little bit.
And he can put it together with modern touches. You are making very, very pretty plates of food.
When I first started this competition, I had no idea I would end up here in the final.
But he did start off doing quite controversial dishes. If I was blindfolded, I think I'd probably appreciate it a lot more.
And I probably tried a little bit too hard to begin with.
We've got smoked chicken with a beetroot sorbet. Yeah, this is a bit of a shocker.
A bit of a shocker.
But it didn't take very long before both you and I agreed that he was a talent. That's a quality restaurant standard dish, and it tastes fantastic. Wow. David, for me, without fault. Congratulations.
Thanks, John. It's incredible. But the Careless Whisper dish, that's my best dish of the competition. It's just so unique.
It's very, very delicious, and I like it a lot. And that, to me, is the epitome of a fantastic dessert.
Amazing.
He has had some great times working with chefs, and he has really pushed himself. Pasta, 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 pasta.
2 minutes. Satoria was massively hard work, but I learned so much that day.
You know what? That's what I wanted, OK? Well done.
It's just been absolutely fantastic. Everything has just been such a brilliant experience.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Thank you so much.
No matter how hard you push him, he stays calm.
Very, very well executed dish.
When Ashley showed us all how to cook his dishes, I mean, that was something we never expected.
He's made that as good as anyone. He's pulled that one off, that's for sure.
David's journey has been quite extraordinary. He is an absolute rock in a kitchen. Oh, yeah. Works like a Trojan. And I tell you what, his food has developed into something rather special. Fabulous, fantastic, and faultless. Makes me well up. That is sensational. That's what this competition's about.
I would just feel incredible if I was read out as a Masterchef winner. Yeah, I've done well to get here, and I'm going to take every opportunity I can, and I'll be absolutely over the moon if I can win.
So I was born in London. In my youth, I was a bit of a Jack the Lad. My childhood was amazing, really. My mum and dad, not your standard white-collar workers, if you like. My dad was a real larger-than-life character, being sort of a market trader. My mum used to have a shellfish stall, so I was introduced to some weird, wonderful shellfish when I was very young. We were probably our happiest when we were around the table and getting stuck in.
When Kenny was young, I mean, he'd always be behind me anyway in the kitchen. And I used to actually call him my little gratey boy, because if you need cheese grating for anything, you need a gratey boy. Everyone needs one.
I will not meet, to this day, a more generous person than my mum. She would give you the clothes off her back.
Amazing boy. He's been through a bit. Yeah, He lost his brother, which was horrendous. And then he lost his dad as well. He was really close to his dad. They were joined at the hip. That was horrendous for Kenny.
If I could be anything like him for my daughters, I'd be a happy man.
Whee! Have you got any steak?
I haven't got any fillet steak, no. I was going to do your ham sandwiches.
Kenny has done so well juggling everything. He has worked so hard. Like, he's been getting up at ridiculous times and practicing, like, ice creams, weird consommes and stuff I've not even heard of.
All right, here you go, guys.
I sort of knew in my heart that he'd go far, but I didn't know he'd go that far, you know, but we're all so proud of him.
If I could call my wife or my mum and tell them I've won Masterchef. Yay! Thank you, guys. That's the call I want to make.
What's Daddy got to do?
Smash it.
He's got to smash it!
Kenny has produced lots of crowd-pleasing dishes throughout this competition.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Where's my spoon?
Oh, that is like a bundle of joy. That is tart heaven.
That is stunning food. I have no criticism of that dish at all.
Kenny has got tons of ambition. You can see how hard he pushes himself. He reaches for the stars, but that means he often has timing issues.
OK, croquettes, croquettes.
Right, we're running out of time, Kenny.
There's been a few mistakes here and there. Oh, my jelly didn't set. You take the knocks, you take the punches, but then suddenly you hit the nail on the head. And it's the most fantastic feeling you're ever going to get.
That is very good. The textures, the presentation, I mean, that's restaurant quality.
It's strawberries and cream times 10. It's just lovely.
Nailed it. I love doing the inspiration dish.
That is fantastic. Kenny, this may be your finest hour, I think. Kenny's been growing and growing with each stage of this competition.
But I taste ice cream. Who knew we needed that?
Kenny's even taught me things. I've never seen this before. He taught me how to skin a salmon by just using his hand. That is incredible.
It's been fast, frantic, chaotic, sweat, blood and tears.
That's good, guys. Keep them coming. We're getting there now.
I really have ignited something inside of me.
I think Kenny's journey has been extraordinary. He looks to me more and more each day like a chef.
I would happily serve that in my restaurant. That is perfect.
I could eat quite a lot of that.
And his food has just got more and more refined.
Yeah, that's great.
As he absorbs all the lessons from the chefs he's worked with.
It's creamy, it's perfect. It's delicious.
Oh, my God, that was so intense.
Been tired beyond words, but happy beyond words. It's just been a real roller coaster. You put your life and blood into it, you put your soul into it. Oh, God, and it's so close.
Our guys have had the most extraordinary experience and learning curve of their life. This is going to be one fabulous final. It's been an incredible competition, and what you've achieved is nothing short of incredible. I wish all three of you the very, very best of luck. The day is your day. Cook the best food you've ever cooked in your life. 3 courses, 3 hours. At the end of this, 1 champion. Let's cook. All the lessons they've learned, all the experiences they've had, all the tricks they've picked up along the way need to culminate now in these final 3 dishes. Good will not do. It's got to be amazing.
I've got 3 great dishes, and I'm pretty confident that they're going to be as good as anybody else's. It's not massively technical today. I'm just doing what I do best. Fingers crossed, it might be good enough.
David, a very interesting but eclectic array of ingredients here, brother.
They're one of my favourite ingredients in the world, so I've always promised myself if I get to the final, I'll cook them in the final. I've managed to get here, so let's wheel them out.
What's it like today, David?
I got up this morning and I've been more nervous than ever today. It just means so much that you don't want to let yourself down or anybody else down.
You've been calm and poker face throughout the competition, and you've decided today to be nervous.
I've been nervous a lot of the rounds, but you just don't show it.
David is going really classic, really refined, and he is going for food of the highest order. David's first course is a set parmesan and truffle custard.
Been making it probably about 4 or 5 years. It just tastes incredible.
The custard itself, creamy and smooth. That truffle has to be the thing that really entices you. He's serving that with a parmesan wafer and a chicken sauce around the outside. If David can combine those beautiful flavours of truffle and parmesan, I think it'll be superb.
Cooking the actual starter is quite tricky. It's almost like a savoury creme brulee. It can be under, it can be over. That's quite easy to go wrong.
Main course, smoked fillet of beef covered in sep powder.
I love cooking meat, so cooking a fillet is something I take a bit of pride in. But it can be a bit boring at times, so we're going to smoke it.
Just smoked for a couple of minutes. If it's too smoked, we've got ourselves an overpowered piece of beef.
And then that gets in the backpack. The mushroom powder really gets into it, gives it a great earthy flavour.
With David's fillet of beef, he's serving a salt-baked artichoke puree, pomana, thin slice of potato cooked with lashings of butter. Should be crispy on the outside and soft on the inside and really well seasoned. A stuffed cabbage leaf, which needs to be really soft, and it's filled with chestnuts, pancetta, and more mushrooms. And then a sauce, which has to be rich and strong to go with that piece of smoked beef.
Making a mushroom sauce. Tastes like an incredible beefy gravy, even though it's just made of mushrooms.
I'm very much looking forward to David's beef dish. I think that sounds superb. John, it's a big, long list of deliciousness, and that should work brilliantly, brilliantly well. Dessert is a pistachio panna cotta. He's serving it with a little bit of meringue, which is flavoured with citrus. And then lots and lots of strawberries, which have been macerated first, so they go lovely and soft. It should be sweet, it should be indulgent, and it should be elegant. I'm slightly nervous for David. A simplified look at his menu. Savoury mousse, a sweet mousse, and a steak in the middle.
And they don't really need to see any more technical ability from me. They just want 3 great tasting plates of food from me, and that's what I'm going to give them.
1 hour's gone. You have 2 hours left.
Okay. I set myself 1,000, a million things to do. I think there's nearly 50 elements in those 3 dishes.
Do you feel under pressure today, Namin?
To be honest, I feel like I just want to come and enjoy cooking today. I brought my family, I brought Thai ingredients. I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose.
What are you going to cook for us?
This menu, basically, story of me from Thailand to Masterchef kitchens. So the starter, you have a dish named Boys on the Beach, which is inspired by my brothers.
Right, OK.
And the main is inspired by my college at Oxford. We have the duck swimming around, and then my friend made fun of it, like, you should cook red curry from that duck. I was like, OK.
And then dessert?
This is an animal, and the animal gonna hatch an egg, which is me, hatching me to become a master chef.
So, an unnameable animal laying you in an egg?
Yes.
Now, I mean this in the nicest possible way. You're nuts.
Thank you. That's a compliment.
What can I say? Namin is going all out. We are in for a treat, if he can get it all on a plate.
I'm going to cook my sock off. Is that the right one? Yeah. That I'm trying to do.
Namin's starter is called Boys on the Beach, and it's inspired by him and his two brothers. So he is using lobster, scallops, salmon, and he's doing them in 3 different ways. The lobster is slicing very thinly and just soaking in fish sauce so it pickles. He's doing a salmon tartare, which he's mixing with herbs. And then he's doing a seared scallop and a scallop roe tempura. The whole thing he is serving with granita made from lime and coriander. A lime and coriander ice. The combination of all those fish with granita slightly concerns me. But if it's done delicately, it could be perfectly charming. Main course, in essence, is duck with red curry sauce. The flavour of honey across the duck. Traditionally, a duck like that is hung out overnight in the fresh air and the skin dries. He doesn't have an overnight. He's only got an hour and a half. Now, what is this?
I have to put it with the heater because I want the skin to be dry. So when I roast it, it's nice and crispy.
We've got loads of red curry sauce with chilli.
My main is served with saffron-infused pear.
I love the idea of pear with the duck, because we know that a duck goes very well with fruit. And have you brought in the little wooden stool that you prepare coconuts on?
Is there?
Then brilliant.
You know me so well.
The dessert has boggled my mind. It is an extraordinary invention only of Namin's.
So my dessert is inspired by Masterchef.
Coconut and peanut dumplings, wontons with sesame seeds, red ruby water chestnuts, and a deep-fried palm sugar ice cream. So it's hot on the outside but freezing cold on the inside. How risky is it going to get? It is an incredible thing. Namin's 3 courses illustrate 3 highlights of his life. Wonderful stories, because I just hope we've got beautiful dishes to match.
I'm worried with every single element. The lobsters, the scallops, the tartar, the duck, the puree, the dumpling, the wonton, the ice cream, the granita. Everything can go wrong.
Gentlemen, you have got 1 hour.
I'm against 2 phenomenal chefs. We all want the same thing. No one's going to pull any punches. It's going to be a bit dog-eat-dog. And that's the way it's got to be. We've all worked hard to get here, so I'm going to take that attitude as well.
in the competition, I've seen you at times really, really nervous. Today, you've got a beaming smile, you seem as happy as anything, and actually quite calm.
It's a bit of a duck on water sort of situation, but today is a massive, massive day. It's up there with marriage and having children, so if I don't enjoy it, that is not right, to finish the last time and have a bad time of it. You know, I've just got to love it.
Kenny, could you do me a favour?
Yep.
Can you get on the plates on time, please?
I need to do that for you guys.
No, you need to do it for yourself.
And I will. I'm going to do it.
You can do it for us, you can do it for you, just do it.
Just do it. I will, Greg, I will.
Today, he's decided to go British, and good on him. His first course is definitely inspired by Ashley Palmer-Watt.
The starter I'm doing, it's pan-roasted scallops, smoked cauliflower, crisp pancetta, pickled mushrooms, and just a really deep chicken jus.
Beautiful plum scallop on a smoked cauliflower puree and smoky, crispy pancetta. Get in there all day long.
The important thing here, we need a creamy cauliflower. It needs to be flavoured with a little bit of smoke, but not be overpowering. Main course from Kenny, it sounds fantastic. We have got a pigeon breast, which is going to roast.
Also some pigeon leg and some of the offal made into a bonbon.
He's serving that with beetroot, which has been cooked in beef fat, inspired by Tommy Banks.
It's something that I picked up along the way, which I just love. I could just eat piles of it.
On the side of that, we've got some pickled turnips, a game jus, we've got some bread sauce, and then, for some reason, a cherry sauce. Is the cherry really necessary?
I don't mind the cherry. A little bit of spiced cherry with a pigeon. Could be ultra delicious.
Hey! Fire!
Hey!
Fire!
Fire in the hole! My dessert, I'm doing bitter chocolate, a malt twill, and there's a salted smoked caramel sauce. I love smoke. I've really got into foods that are smoky. I'm always the first at a barbecue.
I love a barbie, me.
I'm doing an ale ice cream. Love a pint of ale.
He's got to make sure that piece of set chocolate is bitter and it stands up. And it's got texture.
I might just put a pair of welly boots on and wade through it, because I can't wait.
I'm just trying to show John and Greg that every step of the way in this journey, I've learned something new. I'm elevating the food. It's not simple, because I'm using loads of different processes. I only got a short amount of time to do it, so I'm taking big risks.
My worry for Kenny is he's got to keep one eye on the clock.
You have just 10 minutes left. You look panicked, Armin.
Yes. I like the high, but I'm trying to catch up.
Final push now.
Coming into land?
It's a bit of a bumpy ride, yes, but we're definitely coming into land.
Kenny, you know what I'm going to ask you, don't you?
Are you going to be late?
Yes.
And I'm going to say, I hope not.
90 seconds. Come on, come on. That's it. Time's up. Stop. David, up you come. David, it looks clean, it looks clever, it looks professional.
David's starter is a porcini mushroom, black truffle and parmesan mousse, topped with asparagus, parmesan crisps and a chicken jus.
Little tiny bits of soft mushrooms sitting underneath and a flavour of truffle just rising very, very gently throughout the whole thing. Then you get that zing of your parmesan crisp, earthiness of your asparagus, and then a rich saltiness of chicken jus across the whole lot. It's elegant, it's well made, I think it's delicious. Whoa, David, please don't misunderstand me. I like it, but I love truffle. I lose the truffle when I get the wafer and the sauce.
David's main is hickory smoked fillet steak coated with sep powder, pomme anna, crispy shallot rings, mushroom and bacon stuffed cabbage leaf, salt baked artichoke puree, tarragon oil, and a mushroom sauce.
Great sauce, of course, you should be able to see yourself in. And you can see yourself in that one. Well, I can see myself in it. Very, very brave move in the final of Masterchef to do beef potatoes and shallot rings. It's really very, very good indeed, David. The beef is salty from the sep powder on the outside and just ever so subtly smoked. It's a great surprise. Because there underneath, of course, is that lovely nutty artichoke puree. Crispy bits of onion running across the top of it. Yeah, great classic cooking elevated to a fantastic standard. That is an absolute triumph. The beef is cooked perfectly. Your pomme anna is beautiful. It's firm, yet it's buttery. Your puree is smooth and lovely. Nuttiness, sweetness, bitterness. That is outstanding work.
David's dessert is a pistachio and tonka bean panna cotta served with macerated strawberries and raspberries on a pistachio crumble with citrus meringue, basil gel, and a strawberry and raspberry sauce.
Great looking dessert, David. I think that's very clever. I think it's very pretty. Pistachio to me is like a perfume nuttiness. That tonka to me is like a deeper vanilla. And then berries on top of that as well. I mean, they are swimming around and they are waltzing together on my tongue. I don't know where you dreamed up those flavour combinations, but that works big style for me. The flavours, David, are fantastic. But it's a texture thing for me. I find the texture of that panna cotta a bit porridge-like because you put nuts through it rather than being silky and smooth. I don't know many people that dream up these combinations like you do. You are a talent. No doubt about it.
It's been tough today. Never want to split the judges at this point. There's a couple of things probably could be better. But on the whole, it was how I planned it. It's been an absolutely brilliant experience and can't ask for more.
Kenny, please, come and join us. It's restaurant standard food, mate. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Kenny's starter is roasted scallops, cauliflower puree smoked with hickory wood, shimeji mushrooms pickled in black rice vinegar and Madeira, crispy pancetta, and a roast chicken sauce.
That's a pretty elegant starter, Kenny. That's really smart, mate. Well done.
The scallops are cooked beautifully, and at the last minute you put a load of black pepper across the top, which of course makes them spicy, and they dance on your tongue. But the big thing for me, that sauce. Roast chicken sauce under a scallop. Inspired, Kenny. Really well cooked, really well delivered, really well balanced. Good job.
That is a stunningly beautiful dish, Kenny. That is a stunningly beautiful dish. Smoky cauliflower with that pickled, sharp mushroom is divine. I could eat 5 or 6 of those, one after the other. No, I love that, mate. I think you can tell, right?
Yeah, I can. Well, I'm blown away.
For his main course, Kenny has served roasted squab pigeon breast with a pigeon leg and offal bonbon, heritage beetroot slow-cooked in beef fat, baby turnips, spiced cherries, bread sauce, and a pigeon jus.
Your pigeon is perfect. Properly seasoned on the skin. That flesh is perfectly pink and soft. Love the beetroot, that meatiness. Yeah, it still keeps its earthy sweetness. There's real meatiness and peppery spice in your bonbon. I love the bread sauce as well. Okay, this is top drawer, brother. This is absolute top drawer, OK? Bring it on, son.
Fantastic. Not just a bit good, fantastic. It's really well cooked, it's really well seasoned, really well thought out, and I love the fact that all the lessons you've learnt along the way have been applied to this dish. I mean, really, properly make my heart thump fantastic.
Finally, Kenny's dessert is a baked bitter chocolate ganache with a chocolate and bee pollen crumb, a pollen and malt tuile, smoked caramel sauce, and an ale ice cream.
Your chocolate centrepiece is bitter and sharp, but sweet at the same time. Your salted caramel out on the outside, perfect. Your ice cream releases the flavour of that ale very, very slowly, and your tuile crisp and crunchy. Your chocolate centrepiece should be sharper around the edges.
Definitely.
Let me tell you, I've got salt, beer, honey and chocolate. When those things get together on my palate, they are super, super scrummy yummy. That is really lovely. But the main bit itself needs smartening up. It needs to have a sharper edge.
What do I say? You've come a long way, Kenny.
I just have learned so much, and I couldn't appreciate it anymore. And whatever happens today, I'll be a very happy man. Smash it. That was 100% my best cooking of the entire competition. I'm just absolutely buzzing from that. I thought it was brilliant.
Now I'm in, up you come. Oh, dear. Now I'm in, I think you have to understand, we've never, ever, ever quite seen anything like it.
Naaman's starter is named Boys on the Beach.
Thus, the bucket and spade, full of what is sand but actually granita.
And like 3 pieces of fish, basically me, my 2 paratas.
Are you the scallop?
No, I'm a lobsters.
Of course you are.
The 3 seafood elements are a fish sauce-infused lobster carpaccio, pan-seared scallop topped with seaweed powder, spicy mayo, and tempura samphire and scallop roe, salmon tartare with lime leaf, yuzu, and salmon roe, and a lime, chili and coriander granita, finished with an aromatic lobster stock.
Oh, wow.
The smell of the sea.
It's not unlike the piranha dish at Central in Peru.
I got the inspiration from that dish.
Yeah, give me back my bucket and spade. I never thought I'd say that in the final of MasterChef.
The lobster soaked in fish sauce, very, very strong, but still get that lovely flavour of the actual lobster itself. The lime leaf that runs through that salmon, which gives it that wonderful flavour of absolute thyme. Your seared piece of scallop, which goes beautifully with your granita. You have taken this to the seaside, you have tricked our minds, and you've delivered 3 little morsels which are really delicious, in my opinion. Plastic bucket and spade and a watering can. Now, I mean, you are a very interesting man indeed.
Thank you.
That granita on its own is far too strong for me. However, adding it to lobster or salmon or scallop is beautiful. It really comes alive because you've got coriander and you've got chili and you've got salt. Very few people I've met do food theatre like you. You can only pull it off if you deliver quality food as well, which you do.
Nauman's main, inspired by his college in Oxford, is rose and honey roasted duck with saffron-infused pear, pear crisps, a pear and rose puree, baby Thai basil and nasturtium leaves, and a red curry sauce.
So this is the duck swimming, and these are the pear trees on the bank of the river?
Exactly.
Your mind is somewhere else. Your red curry sauce is not some common red curry sauce. Your curry sauce is really vibrant with chili. The flavours of galangal and lemongrass through in the background is absolutely wonderful, but what I really like is the toasted coconut. Your pears are beautifully cooked, and they're soft and wonderful. I can't taste any rose, which I'm not concerned about at all. Your duck, however, has gone a bit dry. Your duck is quite tough.
I get a hint of saffron from your pear, which is just delightful. Your sauce, it's sweet, and then it finishes in heat. I love the duck with the pear. We have got a slight issue with the toughness of the duck.
Nauman's dessert is a bird-shaped dumpling filled with salted coconut and peanut, a caramelized coconut and sesame wonton topped with red ruby water chestnut, and a palm sugar and coconut ice cream wrapped in bread, crumbed and deep-fried.
Inspired by your birth into MasterChef.
Exactly. So I think I'm ready. Just crack my shell and go out and fly.
Wow, look at that. Your ideas are just fascinating. Your flavours I really, really like. The peanuts inside that coconut dumpling is coconut and peanut butter with a small amount of salt in it just to lift it and make it a little bit more savoury. Your palm sugar ice cream is both salty and sweet, and then as you eat through that bread and the outside coating, it's almost the flavour of a donut.
I love the peanut flavour at the head of the bird, but to be able to create a bird at the front means you've had to use more wrappers than you normally would, and it's made it thicker. It's too thick for me. This palm sugar ice cream I find delightful and slightly salty, and I like the crispy coating, but it's not easy to eat. I've got straw going in my ice cream. I feel that the theatricals this time are actually getting in the way of the dessert, not necessarily enhancing it.
The story of your life, from your boyhood all the way through to college, and then to your time on MasterChef. Nauman, thank you very much.
Thank you. I honestly enjoy every single minute. I cook from my heart, cook from my passion. And you can see all the inspiration on the plate. Done. Done, done, done.
What a final. What a fantastic celebration of great food.
We had beautiful presentation. We had amazing flavours. We had real technical skill on show, and we had a watering can and a bucket and spade.
And all of it by 3 amateur cooks.
I was going to say that. You have to stop and remind yourself that these 3 boys are amateurs. Now, for me and you, is the really tough bit, I think. David has shown quality from the moment he stepped foot in this kitchen. First sight, his food looks classic. Dig your spoon in. It's far, far more than that.
There were things that you and I didn't quite agree upon. However, that smoked beef with the pomander and that sauce was fantastic.
That man is unflappable. And I tell you what, his food has developed into something rather special. Today, I think we watched Kenny come of age. His starter of scallops was quality, restaurant style, perfection. His main course was even better.
There was detail on Kenny's plates, and that really is such a massive step.
I think we've just witnessed Kenny having his best round on Masterchef, and he saved it for the final. Now, I mean, it's like a creative force of nature. He cooks like nobody else I know.
He is taking the heart and soul of great Thai food and putting it in a very, very modern world. I mean, what an extraordinary mind. That first course of his with a bucket and spade, I thought that was absolutely fantastic.
What an incredible talent.
I'm very proud that I decided to do this. And this will stay with me forever.
I know everyone will be really proud of me. Work, wife, and family. I've not let myself down, and that was the big thing.
This has changed me as a person massively. It's really lit a fire in me. Keeping my
A very special competition. And you 3 have become 3 very special cooks. For me, it's been an absolute privilege to watch you grow, to change, and to taste your food. You 3 care.
When we walked in fields of gold.
Our Masterchef champion 2018.
It has been an incredible experience, probably one of the best experiences of my life. That wasn't my day-to-day, but just have nothing but great memories of it all.
It's the best achievement I have made for my entire life. This will actually stay with me forever.
Oh, mate.
Kenny, he absolutely deserves the trophy. I'm just so proud of him.
I'm blown away, man. I'm blown away.
We have a little something for you, mate.
Oh,
How about that?
no, I can't. This today is for my dad, 100%. I know that the whole thing has been looking down, 100% through the whole thing, looking down and giving me a little bit of support. Oh, I love you. Yeah, it's a special day. It's a special day.